Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back again with another video. So to start off, did you remember when I've gone with my friend Cal to one of the scenic places here in Isabel? The Lighthouse Peak. Does that ring a bell? Well, it's about 30 to 40 minutes walk from my place to Lantau, and I'm mentioning it right now because it is part of my exercise to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So speaking of exercise, for today's video, I'll be sharing to you guys my exercise routine, and while at it, I'm going to discuss why I choose this kind of exercise based on the elements of the exercise prescription, the training principle that was applied, and along the way, I'll be discussing the importance of daily exercise on my overall wellness. So sit tight, grab some snacks, and probably take some notes. Before all of that, I'll introduce you first about a little background about myself. I am an arnis player, which is the national sport or the national martial art of the Philippines. Hence the need to exercise because I need to maintain my body. My exercise routine is mostly composed of the arnis exercise routine, which tackles every part of my body. You might think that as an arnis player, I only need to think about strengthening my body or increasing my endurance, but no, it's actually not only that. In earnings, there are two main components or categories where a player could play. The first one is labanan, which is basically translates to physical combat. In here, my body needs to have the strength, endurance, and agility that was required. The second one is called anyo, which is a martial art exhibition. In here, my body needs to have other than the three mentioned. I also need flexibility, speed, and balance. So all in all, it requires most part of my body. That is why later you will notice my warm-up and stretching exercise has a lot into it because I do really need to prepare my body first, and my exercise proper has quite a lot of sets for it. So let's start. Just what I mentioned earlier that my exercise routine is based on my Arnis exercise routine. This Arnis exercise routine is based from the various trainers I had with my team when we reached the upper level of competition. It accumulated and it became a set of routine that is suited for our needs, or basically my needs as an athlete. So what we call this kind of thing when professionals like our trainers gave workout instructions or prescriptions to help us in properly creating an exercise routine that will really tackle our needs is called exercise prescription, and it has a lot of elements in it. So the first and the second one is the physical exam and the fitness assessment and evaluation. Before I undergo a training with this kind of sport, I have to do a physical exam and physical fitness and evaluation. When I was doing this along with my team, it actually took a long time. There are a lot of things to fill up and a lot of things to exam, like my blood pressure, weight and height, any history of injury or sickness, etc. It is because as a martial arts sport, where there is a physical combat and the ever tiring arnis exhibition, taking a physical exam and fitness assessment and evaluation is a must. The third one is exercise type, which I already discussed earlier, which is I need to have the kind of exercise that tackles strength, endurance, agility, flexibility, speed, and balance. The fourth and the fifth one is the cardiovascular fitness and strength training. These two training is very important because this is what my sport required me to have, and I need to have this kind of training. I should have the endurance and strength when going through all of my martial arts sport. So the sixth to eighth one, which are the frequency, duration, and the intensity of the exercise. These few things are important when it comes to me because this will determine and help in my progress. The ninth to 11, which are the exercise session order. This is commonly the exercise program. Next is the exercise progression, keeping track on my progress. And the last one, which is the exercise modification, If ever I already have to progress on my exercise and I don't feel the stress anymore, I could modify it to suit me better and to have the overload. Now, I'll be showing you my exercise routine. The first one will be the warm up and the stretching. Actually, I often combine the warm up and the stretching exercise because these two stages mainly help me to, from the world itself, warm up and stretch. In order for my body to be ready before doing the exercise proper. In this aspect, in totality, our body is gradually revs up our cardiovascular system by raising our body temperature, and also stretch in particular allows our muscles to loosen up and become resistant to the impact of the exercise proper that we are about to do. Without doing these two stages, it could lead to muscle pain and even accidents. So it is very important to remember to start a routine with warm up and stretching exercise. The next one is the exercise proper. Let's use the training principle in explaining my exercise proper. There are 5 training principles, namely overload, progression, specificity, variation, and reversibility. I do these exercises with the intention to overload and have the variation of exercise. It always took 1 or 2 weeks before I feel that I overcome the overload of the routine. In order to progress, it's either I change the quality of the exercise proper, like adding variation of exercise, or change the quantity of it, like instead of having 1 set, I can change it, or I could choose to have 3 sets, which I normally do. Normally, because my exercise has specified need for it, I choose to increase the quantity, hence the 3 sets of exercise. On the other hand, if my body doesn't feel the stress on it, I change my variation or the quality of my exercise. When it comes to reversibility, if I'm used with a new routine, I can always find a new one or use the old routine that I have, and it always work out. So it's basically fine. The last one is a cool down exercise. Most of my cool down exercise is consisting of full body stretching, shaking my whole body, and ending it with inhale and exhale. The reason behind that is that to loosen up my body, because I always feel after exercising that I have a lot of pressure in my body and I want it to be gone. Also, it helps in reducing heart and breathing rates and gradually cooling my body temperature. Let's have a little conclusion for this vlog by telling you the importance of daily exercise in my daily life. As I mentioned earlier, I'm an athlete and I do need to maintain my body. Other than the fact that it boosts my physical health in general, it also helps in my mental health. It helps me relax and unwind my mind to reorganize my thoughts, especially what we have right now. So when I notice like having a stress or something like that, I always directly go exercise or do something better. That is why I remember to exercise, because it is very important and vital not only for being physically healthy but as well as good for my mental health. So that is all for today. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that little bell. Again, that is all for today. See you next time. Bye.